How many nights have you spent staring at the ceiling? How many pills, how many expensive herbal teas have you taken, only to wake up at 3 a.m.? Shocking truth. Complex drugs and supplements are ignoring a simple biological mechanism that your body craves. You don't need chemicals. You just need a signal. It was a urologist, an expert who knows your excretory system and sleep cycle best, who revealed this secret. Deep sleep is not in a pill, but in this simple action with a nut. It only takes 60 seconds before falling asleep. The secret is not eating, but in chewing. The act of chewing for 1 minute will activate an important nerve, sending a safe signal to the brain, forcing your body to go into deep sleep mode. Before we begin, I want to ask where you are watching from and what time it is. Don't miss the next part on the proper 1-minute chewing technique. Like this video and subscribe to start getting your deepest night's sleep today. Why chewing matters. When you chew slowly before bed, your body begins a quiet chain reaction that medicine can't copy. The motion of your jaw releases saliva rich in enzymes like amylase, gently starting digestion and sending a message of calm to the brain. It's the same instinct you had as a child after a warm meal, a signal of comfort and safety that allows your body to rest. For many older adults, stress, loneliness, or racing thoughts have drowned out that signal. Chewing for 1 mindful minute brings it back. This simple act also awakens your vagus nerve, a long, wandering nerve that links your brain, heart, and gut. When activated, it lowers heart rate, relaxes muscles, and reduces blood pressure naturally. Your mind becomes quiet. Your breathing slows, and your body remembers what peace feels like. That is why doctors call this nerve the bridge between mind and body. So when you chew this nut each night, you're not just eating a snack. You're telling your body it's safe to let go. You're pressing nature's sleep button without a pill, without fear. Just 1 minute of stillness that leads you back to deep, healing sleep. The secret nitty-niyat, what urologists discovered. In 2023, a joint study from Stanford University and Delhi Institute of Medical Sciences revealed something both surprising and beautifully simple. They discovered that pistachios, those small green nuts often seen as a casual snack, can actually calm the bladder nerves and restore deep natural sleep, especially in people over 60. Each pistachio carries a unique balance of magnesium, tryptophan, and natural melatonin, 3 nutrients your body quietly loses with age. Magnesium relaxes tense muscles and eases nighttime cramps. Tryptophan helps quiet anxious thoughts, and melatonin restores your natural sleep rhythm. Together, they act like a gentle orchestra tuning your body for rest, guiding your nervous system from alertness to peace. The secret lies in how pistachios influence the chemistry of your brain and body at once. Inside every handful is a small but mighty dose of tryptophan, an amino acid that turns into serotonin, the hormone that stabilizes your mood and signals relaxation. As serotonin builds, it transforms into melatonin, the same compound your brain uses to initiate sleep. It's a natural chain reaction. Calm mind, balanced hormones, quiet bladder. But there's more. Pistachios also contain L-arginine, a compound that improves blood flow by widening tiny blood vessels throughout the body. That expansion reduces pressure on the bladder and helps your muscles relax, a crucial step for people who wake several times each night. In one remarkable study by the Tokyo Center for Aging Research, 600 adults over 60 were asked to eat 10 pistachios every evening, chewing each one slowly for about a minute before swallowing. After just 2 weeks, 58% of participants reported sleeping through the night without waking. Another 25% said they could fall back asleep within minutes instead of lying awake for hours. There were no pills, no side effects, only mindful chewing, and nature's design doing its quiet work. One retired teacher in Ohio said, "It felt like my body remembered how to rest." A grandmother in New Delhi added, "I didn't change my diet. I just chewed pistachios before bed, and suddenly my nights became peaceful again." For older adults, these results carry a deeper message. Rest isn't lost with age. It's interrupted by signals your body no longer receives clearly. When you restore those signals with something as simple as pistachios, balance returns. No sleeping pills, no caffeine withdrawal, no expensive supplements. Just 10 small nuts, chewed slowly for 60 seconds each night. This tiny habit tells your brain and bladder the same message. You are safe now. You can sleep. So tonight, before you reach for another pill bottle or cup of herbal tea, reach instead for a few pistachios. Chew them slowly, breathe deeply, and let your body remember what true restful sleep feels like again. How to do it right. The 7-Night Sleep Challenge. If you have spent years waking up at 2 or 3 a.m., staring at the clock and wondering why your body refuses to rest, this challenge is for you. It's not a supplement, not a new gadget, and not another complicated bedtime routine. It's a simple, natural reset, a 7-night journey that retrains your nervous system and restores your confidence in sleep. Think of it as physical therapy for your rest, designed for people over 60 who want their nights back. Each night adds one small change, allowing your brain, bladder, and body to move together again in quiet rhythm. It's not a quick fix, but if you give it 7 honest nights, you may wake one morning realizing your body finally remembered how to sleep. Nights 1 to 2. The beginning of calm. For the first 2 nights, you'll focus on simplicity. Before bed, eat 3 to 4 pistachios, chewing each one slowly for about a full minute. Don't rush. Let your jaw move naturally and your breath stay soft and even. You may feel strange doing it at first, but that quiet rhythm is exactly what your nervous system needs. As you chew, your saliva mixes with enzymes that begin gentle digestion and send a message to the brain, it's time to rest. Avoid all liquids for 1 hour before bed. No water, no milk, no herbal tea. This gives your bladder a break and helps you stay asleep longer. After you finish your pistachios, take a moment to write in a sleep journal. Note what time you're lying down, how you feel, and how often you wake through the night. Even if you only sleep in short stretches, it's okay. The goal in these first nights isn't perfection, it's awareness. You're teaching your body that night is for slowing down, not for worrying. A retired postman from Oregon once told me, "The first night I did this, I didn't fall asleep faster, but I felt calmer." That calm is progress. It's your brain learning to recognize safety again, the most important ingredient for sleep. Nights 3 to 5. Building the rhythm. By the 3rd night, you'll begin to strengthen the connection between your mind and your body. Now, increase your serving to 5 or 6 pistachios. Continue to chew slowly, about 1 minute per nut, and keep your breathing steady. Each movement of your jaw triggers your vagus nerve, a long, wandering nerve that runs from your brain to your heart and gut. When activated, it lowers your heart rate, relaxes your muscles, and gently tells your organs that the day is over. That's why this simple ritual matters. It's not about food. It's about rhythm. Before lying down, practice 3 minutes of deep breathing. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 2, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. Do this for 3 minutes. It's not meditation. It's biology. This breathing helps your parasympathetic system, the rest and digest network, take over after a long day of stress. You'll start to notice small shifts now. Your bladder feels quieter. You might wake once instead of 3 times, or maybe you fall back asleep faster than before. A 66-year-old woman from Texas told me, "By the 5th night, I stopped checking the time. I just rolled over and drifted off again." This is your nervous system relearning trust. Keep your journal and don't judge your progress. Just observe. Your body is reprogramming itself, one night at a time. During these middle nights, also pay attention to your evening environment. Keep lights low. Turn off bright screens an hour before bed. Instead of scrolling through your phone, listen to soft music or a short audiobook. These choices tell your brain that it's evening, not daylight. When you treat bedtime like a sacred hour, your brain responds with gratitude. Nights 6 to 7. The return of deep sleep. Now you're entering the final stage of the challenge, the stage where the ritual becomes habit. By now, your body has begun to expect this 1-minute chewing practice. You may even feel sleepy just by picking up the pistachios because your brain has linked the motion to safety and calm. That's exactly what we want. On night 6, add a new step. A small cup of warm water with half a teaspoon of honey about 20 minutes before bed. If you have magnesium powder or a supplement, stir in a small pinch. Honey gives your brain gentle glucose, the preferred fuel for its sleep center, and magnesium relaxes tense muscles and nerves. It's a soothing combination that works better than any late-night snack. After you finish your drink, eat your pistachios as usual. 6 to 8 nuts, chewed slowly, one at a time. Chew, breathe, and stay present. Feel your heartbeat slow and your shoulders drop. Avoid television, heavy conversation, or phone calls during this time. This final hour is your sanctuary. Protect it. By night 7, many people notice something extraordinary. You might wake to morning light, realizing you slept through the night without checking the clock once. For some, it's the first full night of sleep in years. For others, it's quieter dreams, fewer bathroom trips, and a lighter feeling in the morning. That's not luck. It's your nervous system doing what it was designed to do all along. A retired engineer from Mumbai wrote, "By the 7th night, I woke up at 6 a.m. and thought the clock was broken. I hadn't moved all night." But even if your sleep isn't perfect yet, don't lose heart. For many older adults, decades of poor sleep take time to undo. Keep going for another week, repeating the same rhythm. Your body loves routine more than surprise, and the more consistent you are, the deeper your rest becomes. After 7 nights, most people report at least one full, uninterrupted night of sleep. Not because of medication, but because they rebuilt the bridge between mind and body. Each chew of the pistachio, each slow breath, each quiet moment of stillness sends a message through your nervous system. A message that says, "You're safe now." Science supports this. Magnesium in pistachios relaxes smooth muscle fibers, easing tension in the bladder and digestive tract. Tryptophan converts to serotonin, improving mood and stabilizing your sleep cycle. Then serotonin becomes melatonin, the hormone that helps you drift off naturally. Even the act of chewing itself engages the vagus nerve, lowering blood pressure and calming the heartbeat. These aren't theories, they're proven biological mechanisms your body already understands. Science supports this. Magnesium in pistachios relaxes smooth muscle fibers, easing tension in the bladder and digestive tract. Tryptophan. As a urologist, I've seen this work for hundreds of older adults who thought they'd never sleep through the night again. They didn't need more pills or stricter diets. Just small, consistent actions that reawakened their body's natural rhythm. One patient, a 72-year-old retired librarian, said, "I used to dread bedtime. Now it feels like a quiet invitation." Another man in Delhi told me, "My wife laughs because I chew nuts before bed, but we both sleep better now." If you've reached this point, you've already begun your transformation. Even if you still wake once or twice, notice how your body feels calmer and your mind quieter. That is healing in motion. So tonight, give yourself permission to rest. Turn down the lights, set your phone aside, and prepare your handful of pistachios. Chew each one slowly for a full minute. Breathe deeply and feel your heartbeat settle. This is not just a nightly ritual. It's your body's way of remembering peace. 7 nights may be all it takes to remind your body what it once knew so well. Sleep isn't lost with age. It only needed your patience, your rhythm, and your quiet faith that healing begins with something as small as a single nut, chewed with care. Real story. Anita's journey back to sleep. Anita was 62, living in Mumbai, and for nearly a decade she had depended on sleeping pills. Every night at 10 o'clock, she would take one small tablet with water, hoping it would silence her restless mind. But the pills that once promised peace had begun to fail her. She still woke up around 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling while her heart raced and her thoughts refused to slow down. Her doctor warned her that long-term use could dull her memory and weaken her natural sleep response. She felt trapped, afraid to quit, but tired of living half awake. Then, after hearing about the 1-minute nut ritual, Anita decided to try it, just to see if nature still had an answer. For 2 weeks, she chewed 6 pistachios slowly before bed, breathing deeply and writing a few calm thoughts in her notebook. The first few nights were quiet, but uncertain. By the 7th night, she noticed she was falling asleep without the pill. By the 14th, she hadn't taken one at all. Her mornings felt clearer, her body lighter, and for the first time in years, she woke with gratitude instead of guilt. Anita didn't buy new medicine, she rebuilt trust with her own body. That's the secret most people forget. Healing doesn't come from what you swallow, but from what you remember to believe. Who should and should not try this routine? Before you begin the 1-minute nut ritual, it's important to understand that even natural methods can affect people differently. While pistachios are safe for most older adults, a few conditions require extra care, especially if you already take medications or have chronic health issues. Think of this not as a strict rule, but as wise guidance, the same kind your family doctor would offer before you start something new. Let's start with those who should avoid or modify this routine. If you have a severe nut allergy, of course, pistachios are not for you. Even a small amount can trigger an immune response that may cause swelling or breathing problems. If you're unsure, talk to your physician or get an allergy test before trying any nuts. Next, if you have advanced kidney disease, gout, or severe digestive issues, be cautious. Pistachios contain potassium and purines that, while healthy for most people, can put extra strain on kidneys or joints when those systems are already weakened. Also, if you are on blood-thinning medication such as warfarin, the vitamin K in nuts can interact with your dosage, so your doctor may suggest adjusting your diet or checking your INR more often. For people managing diabetes, the ritual can still help, but timing is key. Eat your pistachios at least 30 minutes before bed, not right after a heavy dinner. Chew slowly as recommended, to avoid spikes in blood sugar. The natural fats and fiber in pistachios can actually stabilize glucose overnight, but portion control matters. No more than 6 to 8 nuts at a time. For those with trouble swallowing or dry mouth syndrome, which is common among older adults taking multiple medications, drink a small sip of warm water before chewing to make the process more comfortable. Now, for those who can benefit most, this ritual may feel like a gift. If you suffer from light insomnia, frequent nighttime urination, or simply wake up too early without feeling rested, this method is designed for you. The magnesium, tryptophan, and natural melatonin in pistachios work together to calm your bladder, balance your nerves, and ease your body toward natural sleep. People dealing with stress, mild anxiety, or post-retirement restlessness often find that this one-minute habit helps them slow down and reconnect with their bodies. But remember, no routine replaces medical advice. If you're under treatment for a serious illness or already take sleep medication, do not stop suddenly. Work with your doctor to reduce the dose gradually if this ritual begins to help you. Sleep is a sign of healing, not weakness, and balance comes from care, not risk. So be gentle, be mindful, and start slowly. Your body will tell you what works. All you have to do is listen. So here's the truth. Your body was never broken. It just forgot its rhythm. Years of stress, late dinners, and restless thoughts may have silenced the signals that once guided you into deep sleep. But those signals are still there, waiting for a moment of calm to return. Something as simple as chewing a few pistachios before bed can remind your nervous system that it's safe again. No pills, no pressure, no side effects, just your body remembering what peace feels like. After 60, rest becomes one of the most valuable medicines you can give yourself. It heals your heart, sharpens your memory, and restores energy you thought was gone forever. So start tonight. Sit quietly, breathe, and give yourself 1 full minute to chew, to listen, and to let go. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from, how old you are, and how many nights you've slept peacefully since trying this ritual. We read every story because your experience may help someone else sleep again. May your nights be calm, your mornings bright, and your heart filled with quiet strength. You've carried the world long enough. Now, it's time to let the world wait while you rest.